This is not gonna be good, bro. This is not gonna be good. All right, here goes nothing. Woo! Woo! Definitely not a heated pool. Felt kind of good though. Backflip didn't feel good though. I'm out of practice. So for breakfast today, I gotta be a little creative because I can't go to the grocery store because I don't have my new car that I just got, because I'm getting something really dope done to it, but it's not ready yet. So what we're gonna do is a very simple meal replacement / gainer shake. So right here you can see this comes out to 561 calories, 49 grams of protein. Perfect little breakfast replacement. Of course, using my favorite Gains Club Whey Isolate protein in the amazing chocolate chip cookie flavor with a whopping 28 grams of protein per scoop. So I think something a lot of us have experienced is this process of falling in love with the gym. And it's funny because for me, the first time I lifted, it was with my cousin Matt. He took me through this P90X biceps workout. We probably did 50 sets of biceps. The next day I couldn't even extend my elbow because it hurt so bad, and I never wanted to go to the gym again. But then like 2 years later, I think my third year of college, I was so sick of not getting attention from girls, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna build up my body, I'm gonna get these women's. And little by little, I had to force myself at first, but I started to become obsessed with it because I'd take the pre-workout. I'd have this like emotional high walking to the gym. I'd put my headphones in, listen to my favorite songs, be in the zone. I'd have this mental clarity that I never had outside of the gym. And then after, 3 months, 6 months, I started to see my newbie gains. My body was transforming in obvious ways. I felt like I was getting more respect from other guys, more attention from women. Maybe it was just in my head, but I was hooked. And it's funny because like the worst part of my day would be leaving the gym. I'd be sad. I just couldn't wait to get back in there again tomorrow. And this leads a lot of us just to wanting to lift every single day. We wanna do more. We wanna make more gains. We love the experience. But now, 10 years later, I've come to the conclusion that lifting every day or even 6 days a week, it's not optimal for making gains. It's not optimal for my life, and I've decided to stop. All right, just so we're on the same page, the process that we make gains and build muscle is by exposing our body to a stimulus, resistance training, and then in response to that, our body adapts by synthesizing new muscle tissue. And we know the best way to keep this going over time is through progressive overload. We want to increase 3 main variables over time: the volume for each muscle group, the frequency you're hitting each muscle group, and the intensity, the relative weight you're lifting. And this is why something like a 3-day per week full body routine is perfect for beginners. You do that for 6 months, make some good newbie gains, and then from there you can start to increase to 4 days a week or 5 days a week. And this is also why push-pull legs is by far the most popular routine for intermediate and advanced lifters, because it allows you to have that optimal frequency of hitting every muscle group in your body twice per week. But more and more is not always better, because our body also needs time to recover. We know that muscle protein synthesis is actually depressed during workouts, and it spikes after working out, assuming that there's proper nutrition and sleep. This means your body's not growing when you're in the gym, it's growing while it's recovering after the gym. Now, obviously, someone who's taking anabolic steroids can recover a lot faster, and that means they can do a lot more work in the gym and still grow. But if you're natural, or even like me, I'm taking a moderate dose of TRT, it's not gonna be possible to the same extent. And I think all of us who've had at least a couple years lifting in the gym can agree that when we rest more, maybe we take a rest week, or we just have a busy schedule, we can't lift for 3 or 4 days, we start to feel a lot more fresh coming into the gym. We've fully recovered. That's almost always when I hit my PRs, but also my sleep quality is better. I feel more mentally clear, and it makes sense because once we develop enough strength to move moderate weight, we're squatting 315 pounds per reps, that the rest of your day after that, you kind of have this brain fog, because it's not only a stress on your body, it's also a stress on your nervous system and your brain. And if you're working out back to back to back days with significant weight, this brain fog almost starts to be like your new normal state, unless you take a little extra rest to fully recover. And that is why recently I've been experimenting with a new routine that is only 4 days per week, but it's programmed intelligently, so I'm still hitting every muscle group in my body twice per week. But I'm starting to see more consistent strength gains across the board than I saw with 6 days per week. And we know that strength gains are indicative of muscle growth. And if we're being honest, when you go to the gym, work out, come back, that's realistically a 2 or 3 hour process, which means I'm also getting back 4 to 6 hours every single week to focus on life gains outside of the gym. Okay, so while I get the pre-workout going, I want to break down the new routine for y'all. It is called the full body X push-pull routine. Now, this routine did just become available inside the Beastly app, as you can see, and there are some similarities to the previous PPL full body hybrid routine we dropped a couple years ago. They're both a combination of full body training and push-pull programming, but this new one, it builds on it, and it's different in some very crucial ways. So like I said, it's a 4-day per week routine. So day 1 is gonna be a full body push day with the strength focus. A full body push day is like a normal push day in the sense that it's chest, triceps, and deltoids, but it's also gonna work in some lower body pushing movements, some knee dominant movements, like a squat, for example. Day 2 is gonna be a full body pull day with the strength focus. So this is also gonna work, back and biceps like a normal pull day, but it's also gonna have some lower body pulling hip dominant movements like deadlifts, for example. And both of those are strength focused days, which means it's gonna be slightly lower rep ranges, which means you're gonna be using higher weights. There's gonna be more intensity, a little bit more of that neural fatigue, but then you're gonna have your rest day to recover before you get into day 3, which is gonna be a full body push day, but with a hypertrophy focus. And then after that, day 4 is gonna be a full body pull day, but with a hypertrophy focus. And the hypertrophy focus basically means that the volume is gonna be higher on these days, but the intensity is gonna be lower. You're gonna be doing higher reps, and by definition, that means you're gonna be using lower weights. Now, the scientific term for the strategy of alternating between different volumes and intensities is known as daily undulating periodization. Believe it or not, your boy was a certified personal trainer and also a certified strength and conditioning specialist in a previous life before YouTube, trained thousands of clients from general population to athletes. But basically, it allows the athlete or the trainee to experience the benefits of both high volume and high intensity training, so more strength development, but also more muscle development while still having sufficient recovery. Also, you'll note that there's no leg days, which is nice, but also kind of every day is leg day, which personally I like, because I don't like doing just an hour straight of legs. Nobody likes that. It's not fun. Today, as you can see, I have my full body push hypertrophy workout, so I'm going to take y'all through one full workout here so you can have an exact idea of what the workouts are like. Let's get it.
Inside you, so much more than people know. I've seen you fighting your emotion. I hope you stay on.
Gains, bro. Workout complete. Great workout, man. Nice pump going, but also like just the combination of full body with push-pull. It makes it so fun, so much variety in the gym. I love it. So like I mentioned, the full new routine is available inside the Beastly app. And just to be clear, I'm not saying the Beastly app is some shortcut that's gonna make you jacked extra fast. Anyone who says they have a fitness shortcut is full of shit, right? Unless they're giving you some steroids. Well, we all know the way to make the most optimal gains is just to be following a proven training program and to be tracking your macros and to be consistent and optimal week after week after week. And like, that's the whole power of the Beastly app. Think of it as a platform that contains a library of proven science-based routines from 3 days per week to 6 days per week. Like, you just choose your program, then show up to the gym, and then the app's gonna walk you through the workout step by step. It's going to show you video demonstrations of every exercise so you always nail the perfect form. It's even going to intelligently adapt to your progress, because after each set you enter the weights and the reps that you did, and then it uses that to calculate the exact weights, sets, and reps you should be doing on every single exercise to make sure that you keep making gains. It even counts your rest periods. You can substitute out an exercise if you don't have an equipment or if you're injured, and it completely handles your diet as well. Based on your age, your experience level, your goals, etc., it's going to calculate the right calories and macros you should be following, and we have an entire built-in calorie counter macro tracker. It's basically like a better version of MyFitnessPal if you've ever used that. You can scan your foods or look up your meals. It takes seconds after each meal to track your calories. Make sure you're staying on track. And right now we're actually running a special New Year's deal where you can try out the entire app free for 1 week. If you don't like it, you don't pay. Just click the first link in the description to download the app. It's available for Apple and Android. Look, if you're new to the gym, it's gonna make sure you get started on the right foot and maximize those newbie gains that you only get to experience once. And if you've been lifting for years and years like me, well, it just allows you to keep track of everything in one place so you don't have to think about anything. It's all right here. So tonight we got smash burgers. And if you're someone who hasn't ever done a smash burger, I no longer ever want to make any other type of burger when I'm making it myself. It's better.
The problem with cooking regular burgers, you don't know if you're like undercooking them and they're like wicked pink, or that you're cooking them way overcooked and they're like hockey pucks. So with smash burgers, you just always know because they're super thin, you're quick, 2 minutes on each side and boom.
Yeah, they sell this thing on Amazon that allows you to smush the boogers. Just smash the burgers. Take a look at that goodness. We also got some patatas bravas, got a little gainer shake. And if we take a look at that meal on the Beastly app, you'll see pretty high calorie, almost 1,500, 61 grams of protein, 71 grams of fat, 122 carbs. But still, I got another 600 or 700 calories I need. I'm looking pretty good on protein and fats, but I can use some carbs. Anyway, it's been a minute since I've given y'all a movie review, so I'm gonna give y'all a review of this new Netflix show, which is called The Recruit. It looks like it could be good.
What the hell is this?
Every letter is from someone threatening to expose classified information if we don't help them.
You're the lawyer. Figure it out.
So if you're looking for a new show, I'd recommend it. It's like a CIA spy thriller, but it's also kind of funny. If you made it to the end of the video, hit the thumbs up button. Seriously, it helps out the channel, and I will talk to you in the next video. Stay beastly.